Hey, I normally don't come out here at this time of night. I had to go put my feet on the ground, pick up some free electrons from Mama, from the universe, And look what I was greeted with. Our friends, the Grand Alliance, the Grand Guardian Alliance. I put both my hands up into there and thank you for everything you all did. All that we all did together to make this happen. I can't thank you enough. I just gift you pink roses that go on forever. Gifting electrons, gifting love, experiencing absolute love that goes on forever, experiencing what love is. Wherever you find love and living spirit, you'll find us. That's what it means to be a guardian. That's an angelic. That's a guardian angel. A real one. Always looking out for you. That's a higher state of awareness. That's God awareness. That's the eternal one. That's the ancient one. That's the only one. There's only one. If you don't know the one from the other, then you don't know the one. That's the fucking truth. And if you do, then you know who you are. You know the one you're with. So ever since I was a little kid, you can't fool me. I know dead light from real living light with a spirit and a soul any day. Actually, it's immediate on contact. And that's critical to know that. Because if you don't know the difference between dead light energy and living light energy, this is what love is, then you're not what love is. That's how we know you. That's how we know one from the other, because I know the one. I am the one. So this has been a long road to home, Mama. Thank you for greeting me with this picture. Thank you all. I love you all. Kamalati. Alamba. Sounds of life. We love you all. The innocence. The awareness of innocence. The awareness of experiencing the pure essence of innocence, which is the purity of that heart, which is the purity of that love that goes on forever loving you. Because we're on fire to do that. We're on fire to do that. The most powerful fire is eternal spirit. Fire is giving love away at the highest rate of speed. That's the one. The one you know, the one you're with. That's self-knowledge of knowing your true self. So thank you, Patty Broussard, for putting the truth out there and saying we're back on time wave 0. That's the one. That's love as a law. That's eternal light. That's eternal unconditional love. That's the hottest creative engine there is in the cosmos, because that's what it began with, and it's still there. That's the one I run. That's the wave I run, the crystal spiral. I am always with the one, which means I'm always gifting electrons. Now you know why it was so important or critical or a challenge as a small child to hold on to anything in memory. Because what represents what you're experiencing that's not supposed to be experienced, because it's not what love is. So you got to heal everything to restore you. So you know the energy is always there, because that's how it happens. There isn't anything outside of it. It's all within it. It's what's in you. The energy that is within you, your soul, your heart and your soul. The heart and soul of the universe. The atom seed, the heart and soul of the atom seed. The crystal spiral, the one you know. There's only one wave, the one it started with. That's eternal spirit of fire. It means you got every color, every wave band, every frequency available to you to experience. Because wherever you find love and living spirit, you'll find us. So we are honoring the one. That's honoring the highest law. There is no other law higher than that in the entire cosmos. That's the highest superconductor. That's the one that loves you and is giving you love forever. That's the most powerful God there is. That's the one that loves you forever. That's the eternal spirit of fire. That's a male and female joined as one. That's an eternal love vibration. It's on fire to give electrons away. It's on fire to love you. Which means you don't want to harm anything. And with me, it's like a blade of grass. Do not disturb the peace. Silent running. I'm sorry, I stepped on this grass. See, it was swinging in the wind. I was experiencing the spirit of the wind before I came out here. And then all of a sudden, I got to put my print on there. Whoops. Thank you for experiencing all that weight, that displacement in that space. I'm in your space. I know. I know. I know, Mama. It's you have to bite the bullet all the time, right? And be at peace. Maintain that shield of yours at all times, because that's what it's after. Knock that shield down. Try and punch holes through that shield. Gain access into what you are. Consume your essence. Eat your spirit and your soul's food. So this is a zone of torture, spiritual torture. The worst there is, right? So it's got a lot of ways in which to do that through technology, right? So that's what it is, a technology game, which is an AI war game. Playing Star Wars with our energy to do it, which means we're complying with that. Because if we give no consent to use our energy to wage war, then we're not at war, experiencing war in our mirror. We're not experiencing Star Wars. I'm not a war gamer. I'm a one. That's a gifter of energy. That's the highest intelligence. That's the highest creative intelligence there is. That's who I'm with. That's the law. That's what I represent. Same as Mama. All living spirits, which is all living real life, is a sacred temple. Your temple is no less sacred than my temple. Because what I do to you, I do to my temple. So I don't do anything to your temple. Your temple is free to believe and think and worship and receive energy however you choose to translate it. That's up to you. That's your free will right to do that. So you realize that there is an intelligent universe that began with what love is. That's the highest level of intelligence. If you have a relationship with that level of intelligence, then you know the one you're with. And there's no mistake in it. You want an answer, you get it through your heart and your soul. You don't need a YouTube video to give you that information. And Patty Broussard, there at Defense Force Commander, told everyone that. That's true. She said that to everyone. So I love Patty Broussard with all my heart and soul. Everything that she did. I am still pushing love through my intention because I've been doing that ever since I met her. Because of what she's been through. So it's just, it's a beautiful night. It's a beautiful night to celebrate. This is a special night. This is the angels are out. This is a magical place. Thank you for all the magic. Thank you for all the magic. It's like I knew I'm supposed to come out here. They're waiting. They're out there. They know I'm coming. Okay, so I'm supposed to know I'm coming, so I'm here. Our energy is always there. It's always here. We're everywhere at once. I know, we're everywhere at once. Everything's happening at once. So imagine you don't have to worry about nothing, which means that the natural flow of the musicians, ascended masters, make everything flow naturally. Just tune right into it. There you go. I'm on the right bus. Well, I joined the right musicians. That's exactly what it is. Those are the most powerful creative artists there are in the cosmos. Okay? That's way up there. So you want to be up there in the arroyos. Go up into the echo worlds. Right? And then your mind really gets blown. When I was growing up as a kid, Mama, come on, blow my mind. Show me how creative you are. Show me how creative you know how to love. That's what a girl wants to know. How much do you love me? You really want to find out? Well, when I was a kid, I had a name for myself that I sort of shared with other people, right? And there's a guy actually that used to live in this house that goes by that. Same thing, nature boy. But I'm a nature boy and a nature girl that's joined as one. So that means the girl in me and the boy in me wants to be in nature. That's a natural flow of spiritual energy that creates the universe out of what love is. See now how to tune into the flow of that energy. That's called form follows function. So the math and the science is built in. The intelligent energy takes care of itself, which means you don't have to fuck with it. But that's what they do. That's what they do. They fuck with nature. So they fuck with the eternal one, right? Trying to play fake gods. That's the bottom line of it, right? And they're never going to be able to touch something that creative nor that intelligent because they can't ever put that fire out. So they know that. That's the most powerful magic there is, so don't kid nobody. So all their tech in the world is never going to beat that, no matter what they do. They try. They keep trying. They keep trying. They keep trying. And they're not learning, and they're not learning, and they're not learning. They're not learning. So it's like they're always on a hamster wheel getting thrown back and imploding, right? Until it's like late to class. It really is like that. So when I was a little kid growing up, I was like, man, I'm on fire to learn. And I actually acknowledged when I was a little kid, you better learn to keep up. Okay? Which means you're picking your teachers. And if you're not learning through a spiritual guide, you already know their future then. So we're talking a living spirit with a soul. Like Mama. Okay? You want to hang out with powerful spirits. Powerful spirits that run love energy. Okay? Those are your teachers. Because they love you. That means they care about you with all their heart and soul forever. So you know they're always looking out for you. So who would you rather learn from? Somebody's always looking out for you to protect you? I think they call that wisdom. Right? So if you're going to start out in the universe and you're brand new and you're hanging out with an eternal energy being that's eternally loving you in all the ways that we can creatively, then chances are you're going to want to hang out with that music. Wow, you're on fire. Yeah, exactly. So when I'm on fire to give love away, you are naturally attracting an enormous amount of energy that is a formation of consciousness. Which means to say they want to be more with that energy than they do with energy that doesn't love them. Okay? Because the one will heal you. That's what heals you. Love is what heals you. And that energy is always there. You can never put that out. That's why you can always surrender to the one and everything is just fine. Either way, you always end up there anyway, which means the light is always on. That fire is never out. So when they experience that, they know that. So then they know the one. And that's how you know you're being loved. You know, that's as basic as I know how to say it, being a 4-year-old little kid. You know, all I did is use my energy to grow this. And now it's grown, right? But my spirit and the essence of my spirit and my oversoul is still the same, which is dancing in spirit. Go with the flow. Go with the flow of the music. You're tuned in to the music, the musical spheres. The spirit in the sphere is playing music. It's like Mama plays music. Okay? That's a healing artist. She's a healing artist. She's a healing artist. So you got to know where to go. And she'll heal you. The energy's good there. Right? And hopefully, obviously, the big thing is because it's an antenna war, is being able to tune their shit out. Okay? And that's what we do. A polarity integrator can It's just like in the house I'm sleeping here. Sometimes at night, that fan will run. That's like being in a factory. You know, that's like the tiniest water torture. Tune it out. You know how to tune that? You know how to tune those frequencies out? That's like having a radio set and said, turn that noise off. Okay? That's not a clear channel. That's what it is. It's not silent running. So who wants to experience that? Who wants to experience noise? I don't. So then tune it out. So you learn how to run a radio set, how to tune into a star. So you're always in balance and harmony and rhythm with the consciousness that's playing the music. Right? A musician, an artist. The primal sound and life field. Be with the first artist, the first musician. Tune in. What was his name? The guy with the LSD guy back in, was it Berkeley? Those folks that were down on Laguna Beach when I was down there, like in the mid-1960s, late 1960s, right? Where you could go down to a place called Mystic Arts, which was downtown Laguna Beach, right there where the Taco Bell was. So you get there on